Hello friends, welcome to my channel of Bad Decisions and PR Awkwardness. I'm your host Elizabeth, and today I am drinking Acidine Pinot Noir. It says our 2020 California Pinot Noir is light and bright with charming aromas of sweet vanilla. An elegant palate displays refined acidity and gentle tannins with notes of strawberry, cherry, and a hint of oak. Definitely smell the oak. I wouldn't say it's my favorite wine, but it's fine. Today it's Christmas, so Merry Christmas. And today I just wanted to, I have nothing else to do. I was the Grinch this morning. I'll pop a picture up somewhere. And I decided I wanted to do another festive look. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to be playing, I think, mostly with this palette. It is the Wilderness palette by Beauty Bay. This is what she looks like. So this is kind of like my go-to palette for like Christmassy looks because we've got reds and greens. Are they my favorite greens? I wouldn't say so. There's like this green right here, I think is more of like a holiday kind of green. The other ones are kind of a little light or evergreen. So I wouldn't say that they're necessarily like holiday greens, if that makes any sense. I think what I want to try is a look with, I've done like tons of Christmassy looks this season. Well, like 4. I'll post pictures if I remember. But I think what today I want to do something red, which is like one of my favorite like Christmassy looks, is just a red eye with a green inner corner. I don't think I've done that yet. So something a little different. I've been experimenting with graphic liner. It hasn't been coming along too well. What I wanted to do, I'll pop a picture up here of the look I was kind of going for today. And it never happened. It was just really messy. I don't have the right makeup for that. I don't have the right eyeliner for like the Christmas bulb look. And I need to practice on my eyeliner skills in general. I'm just not very good at it. So goal of 2023, I guess. So let's just get started on this look. Starting out with my About Face Shadow Fix. It is not my favorite eye primer, but I will say like the shadows do seem to stick decently well onto the primer. You have to kind of work fast to blend this because it does dry down very fast. So you gotta kind of work fast. It doesn't cancel out a lot of color to your lids, which I prefer something that is like a little lighter that does do that. I think it makes your eyeshadow pop better when you have like a lighter than your skin tone primer on your eyes. But this is what I have, so this is what I'm using. Like I said, I really like this palette because it's like Christmassy, holiday-y. I think I used it in a holiday like eyeshadow video. But I will say like this red is super red. It's like the reddest red I have in my collection. It really looks good. So I'm going to start with that. Also, if you see green like anywhere on my face stuck, I'm hoping that like foundation covers that up. That's from my Grinch look. So I'm just gonna put this in my crease. And like I said, this is super pigmented. It is like, I would say like a true red. So I'm putting this in my crease and just above my crease. I know it looks very messy. but we're gonna blend it out with a lighter shade, so it's gonna be fun. Beauty Bay palettes in general kind of bother my eyes. I have 3 of them. I have this one, I have Age of Opulence, and I have Sunset Horizons, I believe it's called. It's an older palette. That was the palette I was really wanting the most, and it's beautiful. But that and the Age of Opulence, every time I use those 2 palettes, my eyes get super irritated. So I don't know that I want to keep them. I'm gonna have to like play with them a couple more times in 2023, see if it's like a me thing, if maybe I'm just having like a weird reaction that day, or I don't know. We'll see. But this one has obviously gotten a lot of love. So I started out with this color, Poppy, in the crease. Now I'm going to go to Snow, and I'm gonna like blend that. I'm gonna use that color to blend the edges of what I just put down. And don't worry, I'm gonna go back into Poppy and use more of that to bring the color back. I just feel like sometimes, like, okay, so I think it's Angelica Nyquist said that she can use this palette if she starts with the darker colors and then blends it out with the lighter colors. I don't know if it's just me or what, but either way I use it, I sometimes end up like with patchiness, or I don't know, like I said, it might just be a me thing. I wouldn't say like my blending is the best. Sometimes I'm a little messy, as you can see. Don't get like a great blend sometimes, but like, I don't know. Sometimes blending it out with starting with the darker shade and then blending out with a lighter shade still gives me like some weird blending. I don't know. You tell me if you have the same issues with these palettes. Okay, like I said, it looks a little crazy right now. It might still look a little crazy in a little bit, but we're just gonna go with it. I'm gonna go into Raw, this color right here, right beside Poppy. And I'm just gonna put that like in the crease and on the outer V. So like, I'm pretty much tucking it into the crease. And then I'm just focusing that on the outer V. Kind of packing and then swirling. And kind of doing all kinds of motions. So I've got a pretty good red going on here. It looks like my eyes are infected. Pretty cool. So I'm gonna use my glitter glue, my NYX glitter primer, and I just take like a bloop. That's probably too much. I rub it in between my fingers. That's way too much. And I'm gonna put it on my eye. And I'm kind of tapping it in. And I'm focusing it like more on the inner part of the lid, and then kind of blending out towards the middle. We want to leave part of the end free. We're not going to put too much shimmer on the end, which is going to be like a blending out. I am going into Fossil, the shade right here. And I'm gonna use that on most of my lid. I'm gonna start it out kind of in the middle and then kind of tap it in the middle. Tap it in the middle. And then blend it slowly on the outer. Well, we're focusing it right in the middle. So it looks like that. Such a pretty shade. Okay, I'm going to use the other side of that brush. I'm going to go into Heat, this darker red shimmer, and I'm just putting that right where the matte and the shimmer meet. I'm going to go back into Raw, that dark matte, and I'm just going to kind of tap over what I just laid down. Just on that very, very edge. So it kind of looks like that. I know it looks crazy. Taking a smaller, what is this, like a shader brush, smudger brush. And I'm gonna go into Ray, the shade right here. And I'm gonna put that on the innermost part of my lid. This is like a kind of a putty formula eyeshadow, so just be careful when you're picking it up because it is very delicate. And oh my god, that is so beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna go back into Fossil, that gold shimmer, and I'm gonna lay more of that down where those two meet, just because I feel like I lost a little of that when I put Ray down. Yeah, that's beautiful just as it is. I mean, you wouldn't even have to do much of anything else, honestly. I know it looked crazy without like liner, mascara, and whatnot, but just as it is, I think it looks really, really pretty. So I'm gonna go off camera. I'm gonna do my base makeup, and then I'll be back and we'll continue with the eyes. I just used my Missha BB cream, tried and true, and I used my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. Two of my favorite products of the year. I thought that we could do blush on camera because I kind of wanted to show you, and I don't know if this is really a technique or if it's me like just fixing my mistakes. I noticed that this eye is not like quite blended that well. So I was gonna kind of I've been doing a lot of like blush draping lately, and I feel like that kind of like blends your eye makeup into your blush and kind of makes it look a little more seamless. So I have two blushes that I potentially want to use. This is Milani Cheek Kiss Cream Blush in Merlot Moment. And this is e.l.f. Putty Blush in, what the hell is this in? Caribbean, whatever you want to call it. It looks very dark in the pot, but it shears out really nice. But I think out of the two, as for eyes, I feel like this one's gonna match a little better than the other one. It's probably the closest thing I have to a red blush. The other blushes I have are more like corally, so I feel like that's gonna like go on better. This is just a putty blush brush, and I just kind of like tap into the pot, the pan, whatever you want to call it, and I start here, kind of where my eyeshadow begins, And I kind of work that in as so. And then I kind of go down instead of like starting down up. And I'm just doing like gentle strokes, and then I'm adding little by little. So it kind of goes into your temple, into the eye area, and it just kind of blends all that together. And I kind of stipple to kind of blend out the edges, and using like a super gentle hand. I'm not like pressing in, kind of just swirling like this. And I find like this Milani formula is like very underrated. I haven't heard like anyone talk about it. I just picked it up on a whim, kind of in one of my buying sprees in 2021. I feel like that kind of like evens things out. Yeah, it looks a little crazy. If that's too much, just go over with your foundation brush to kind of tone it all down. And I feel like that looks pretty even. I like it. I've been using this Haus Labs powder. It's the Bio Blurring Loose Powder. What is it called? Bio Blurring Loose Setting Powder. Jesus Christ. It's in translucent, and I just go right under my eyes like this. Right here, my little middle area. And then I take a big fluffy brush, and it's kind of nice. It's got this like mesh right here, and you just kind of press on the mesh and it comes up, and then you can like tap out what you don't want to use. It's too much. And I find that it is very nice and in fact very blurry. I don't feel like it makes me look too like matte, and I also don't feel like I get as much like under eye creping. I don't get as much under eye creping throughout the day. I still get it because I'm 37, but I get less of it. Going in with my e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer. This is in Forever Sunkissed. I should know, it's the only color I have. It's like the only bronzer I ever use. And I just go in and I swirl. And I kind of swirl it on just to bronze up a tiny bit. I kind of always use bronzer. Maybe one day I'll be the type of person that doesn't. But I feel like on my pale skin it looks good, so. You do you. Okay, highlighter. I know exactly what I want to use because it's my only green highlighter, and that is the Odin's Eye highlighter. It is the Solmon 2 from the Solmon 2 collection. Solmon 2 Moonlight Feel highlighter in Moon Talk. This is what she looks like. Super pretty. It's green, but it doesn't look like super green, like stark green on your skin. So I just take a little bit. I probably need a better mirror for this. I just take little bits. And this is like a sparkly formula, so if you don't like that, you might not like this. But I will say, can you see that? Ooh, look at that, like right there. Oh, it's just so pretty. It's always, like this side I always get like a really good highlighter glow, and then this side's like, meh. But it'll do. So that's that. Now we'll go ahead and finish up the eyes. I think what I'm gonna do is just stick with red. I think that's my safest bet. I've done green a million times before, like red on top, green on the bottom, vice versa. But I think I'm just going to stick with red. So I'm going into Raw, that's the darker matte. And I'm taking like a, what is this called? An angled liner brush. And I'm just kind of pressing that into the lower lash line. We really want to make ourselves look like we have an eye allergy. And now I'm going to go into Poppy without a cat hair on my brush. And I'm just running that like right up against what I just put on. Oh gosh, my eye is watering. That's not good. Okay, well, ignore this eye because it's watering really bad. I've put my eyes through a lot the last couple of days with like makeup looks and whatnot. So this is always going to be my problem eye. It's just always how it has been ever since I started playing with makeup. So just ignore that. I'm just taking a fluffy brush and I'm just going to blend out what I put down. It doesn't have any extra product on it. Yeah, this one's real irritated. The good thing is the redness maybe won't show through because it's red eyeshadow. Yeah, you can kind of see a spot right there. I can try to fix it, but I doubt that's gonna get fixed. And that's probably as good as it's gonna get, unfortunately. Okay. I'm gonna take that smudger brush that I used for my inner eyelid, and I'm gonna take Fossil, the gold shimmer. I'm kind of like just gently picking it up. We're gonna run that right where the red starts into the inner corner. Okay, now for something that I'm a little nervous about. We're gonna do green on the inner corner and hope and pray that this works. Okay, we're gonna take lime and hope for the best. And I'm gonna put that down on my inner corner. Okay, let's do this. I don't know how I like this. So I'm gonna go into Ray. It's that lighter, I don't know, brighter shade. It's like a duochrome, multi-chrome, probably a duochrome. I'm gonna put that right on top of it, so it's not crazy looking. It's more illuminated than like bright green. And I'm gonna kind of like blend out the green with Ray so that it kind of fades together nicely. I don't know how I feel about it. Let's put some lipstick on. I'm gonna use Red Magma from Sephora. This is one of their lip stains. I don't know if this is like the right red tone, but we're using it. More like an orangey red, but I don't care. I'm gonna try mixing it with this Atlantic City from Oprah. It's more of a bluey red. Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna go off camera again and do liner, mascara, lashes, and I will be back. Okay, this is the final look, and I think it came together. Sometimes you just have to have a little faith. Sometimes, like, it all comes together whenever you put the mascara and or lashes on. And I like it. I think it's cute. I feel cute. I feel merry. I feel happy. So, let me know what you think. Teasy montage. Well, that's all for today. Let me know what you want to see in 2023. I am going to try and get out another video to you before the end of the year. It's going to be my most used eyeshadow palettes, my most used blushes, and most used highlighters. I don't know if all will be in one video, but hopefully I get those out to you before the end of the year. Make sure you like and subscribe and do all the things that I'm supposed to ask you to do at the end of the video, and I hope to see you in 2023. Okay, bye.